We won the game in the second half because the coach Eddie pushed Oswala wide, and she used her space, to outwit the Ivorian defenders. They couldn't cope with her pace, and that was how we got the 2 goals. Kudos to her. She was so mature. She didn't play like a selfish player. She released the ball after 20 for Oba Nose to wreak the havoc.
Apart from Asishat Oshoala, I mean, easily everybody will want to see Asishat in action after what she did at the under-20 level. Another player that caught the eye is Ngozi Okobi. Little known, effective, and the woman of the game. Although, the outstanding player, MVP of that game.
Yeah, you are very right. Fight on song, very, cerebral player. After the press conference, I was quite impressed with her eloquence. She gave her all. In fact, the first goal that that was scored was through her effort because she outshooted 2 Ivorian defenders skillfully, and the ball fell to Esther Sunday. All she did was just to slot the ball into the net. But Okobi from Delta Prince, did very, very well in that game, and all our efforts didn't go unnoticed. The organizers of the award, deservedly picked her for the Woman of the Game award. And I saw her in training today, and she was, very, very sharp, looking good for tomorrow's game.
Let's talk about tomorrow, because Saturday is gone. Tomorrow is what we have ahead of us, and tomorrow is very crucial. The girls are going to be back in action. Victory tomorrow is as good as Nigeria in the semi-finals. Is that putting extra pressure on the girls and the coach?
Well, I spoke with Coach Gordon Okon today during training and after training, and he has adopted the right attitude. The Nigerian team is showing respect to their opponents, knowing that anything can happen. You saw what happened to the Black Queens of Nigeria. So he is saying that they are going to take the game very seriously, but because the Zambians lost against Namibia should not make them underrate the Southern African team. So I think the attitude is that they want to wrap up the game against Zambia as soon as possible, so that they are playing against Namibia in the last game, and obviously it's not going to be easy because of the hosting. The figure was jam-packed in the opening day, and the Namibians are really praying that Nigeria should falter, because they know that Nigeria is one of the biggest teams in Africa, and if they continue to progress, their ambition of winning the title might not materialize. So the team trained today, no injury worry, the potential person looking sharp, even though she didn't start the game on Saturday against Cote d'Ivoire. Every player, after training, Perpetua, Paparazzi, and Alisa Vishwala were the last to leave. They were just chatting the way forward. 3 of them were on the pitch, and I think they were just telling themselves what to do tomorrow. Even the coach and other players were waiting for them in the bus, and 3 of them were just there. Maybe she was giving them some tips as an experienced player. Even though she didn't start the game, her spirit, her mentality, was quite right. She's supporting the team, the players that they started, and I think that's the way to do for me.
Well, from my end, let me pause a little bit, because Yemi Adebayo is with me on the program tonight, and I think Yemi wants to also put in a final question to you before we close this segment of Sports Tonight.
My question to you will be if you've seen the Zambians at all, and whether or not the game tomorrow will be tough, and of course what should be our expectation, looking at the fact that the girls seem to have taken our grief away, sort of. If we now invest our emotions into them, will it not be too much? So I don't know. Have you seen the Zambians, and what should we expect tomorrow?
Yeah, the Zambians, I won the opening game. They played against the Brave Gladiators. That's what they call the senior women's national team of Namibia. The Zambians are debutants. This is the first time they are competing at the African Women's Championship. So the coach said they are not used to the AstroTurf at the Sam Nujoma Stadium. So I think that gives the Super Falcons the edge, because the FIFA Go project is an AstroTurf. So that gives them the edge. In terms of experience, the Nigerian players are miles ahead of the Zambians, and they admitted that much before their training when I spoke to the coach. The coach said that they came to learn And if they win, fine, but if they don't, as expected, that they will go back and continue to want to stop from. But some of his players are even fans of the Super Falcons, the players, that they've been watching the team play some years ago, and it will be a big privilege for them to play against some of the players like Peter and Stella Mbaki that they've been watching on the television screen in the past. So I think for them, they have resigned themselves that they could lose the game. And the Nigerian team has the edge. I don't foresee the Zambians winning that game, honestly, because from what I saw of the two teams, the quality of play, the shape of our players, especially Aisha Kishwala, even the ones that are not playing in training, they are in top shape. So I think it will be an upset of unprecedented proportion for the Zambians to win tomorrow's game.
All right, so Onye, optimistic of victory for the girls tomorrow. Onye Wajuku is the news editor of Sporting Life. It's a sports daily in Nigeria, national sports daily in Nigeria, and he's been speaking to us on the girls' expectations for tomorrow, all the way from Vinok, Namibia. Hopefully, we should be getting Onye again to talk to us tomorrow after the girls would have booked their semi-final ticket.
And one leg in Canada.
And one leg in Canada for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup that will be taking place.
The Senior World Cup, actually.
Senior World Cup that will be taking place next year. All right, so that's it for the girls. But still talking about African Women Championship. Tomorrow, match day for Nigeria. The girls are back on the pitch. You know about it already. But let's just allow you to see the fixtures of games to be played Tuesday and Wednesday from the two groups. We are concerned about Nigeria because we are playing from Group A. And as you can see on your screen, 4 p.m. Nigerian time.
Yeah.
4 p.m. Nigerian time, the girls will be back on the pitch against Zambia, and they will spell Zambia with goals. I can be very sure about that. And then Cote d'Ivoire will look to bounce back against Namibia. That's going to be a tight game because Namibia, on the heels of a victory in the first game, Yemi, will want to pick maximum points and join Nigeria, hopefully, in the semis. In the second group, Cameroon against Algeria, that's Wednesday, and then Ghana against South Africa. These are mouth-watering fixtures. But Yemi, talk very quickly about what you see on your screen and what probably will be happening tomorrow.
At the group stage, I don't really have any fears. I would always expect the Super Falcons to progress and of course get to the semi-final, and from the semi-final anything can happen. And because Equatorial Guinea is not here, the 2 times we've not won the competition, it's always because of Equatorial Guinea.
And they are not here.
So I'm tempted
coast is clear.
Yeah, I'm tempted to feel that
the coast is clear.
The coast is clear for us. And in other games, I'm looking at other games.
Ghana against South Africa, maybe on Wednesday. Massive game for the Ghanaians.
That will be the results. The first result both teams got wouldn't matter. South Africa and Ghana. 2
teams that lost their first games.
Yeah, female football is always important. But forgive me if I'm only talking about Nigeria, because I mean that's what I think. That's the team I feel will win. Not just because I'm Nigerian. I feel like Konya said, we are miles
above the rest,
ahead of every other person. But it will be interesting to see what happens between South Africa and Ghana.
2 teams that lost their first games. How will they bounce back? But just in case you missed out on the first games at this tournament, let's just refresh your mind and bring you up to speed with the results of the matches that have been played so far at the African Women Championship from day one. Namibia, the host, got off to a good start, 2-0 over Zambia. And then Nigeria, immediately after, got up to a good win, 4-2 over the Ivorians. And Group B, South Africa, with all the preparations they've had and the training tours they've had, they lost 0-1 to Cameroon. It was a late goal, goalkeeping error. And then you had Algeria, fantastic team they are. Algerian football is on the rise. Their guys are doing well, their girls are doing well,
club football
their great teams are doing well, club football. Algerian football surely on the bounce. And 1-0 over Ghana in that one. So these are the results for you so far of matches played at the African Women Championship. All right, let's go on a quick break. Bring you highlights of how South Africa lost to Cameroon. When we come back, we'll read your tweets, and then we'll get ready for the big one. The boys, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they are back on the pitch. They have asked us to forgive them for what happened in Sudan. But before we do that, let's just bring you highlights of how South Africa crumbled at the last minute to Cameroon, and then we'll come back. Plenty more for you on Sports Tonight.
Chibizo